I'm Colin Fitzgerald with Arrowhead Camper Sales here in Mayfield, Kentucky. We're going to take a look at our 2023 32 BHFS Puma Palomino travel trailer. It's a 4-slide bunkhouse. If you've watched my videos, you looked at Puma, you know that big bunkhouses are one of their specialties. This is the 4-slide model. Bed slide, 2 slides in the kitchen living room, and then 1 slide in the rear bedroom. So 32 BHFS is our floor plan. And again, Arrowhead Camper Sales is our family's dealership. We're going to enter in. I'm going to zoom out real quick. And before I start, I always try to give you all about one in too quick. The numbers. So 9,455 pounds is our dry weight. And tip-to-tip length is 38 feet 9 inches. That is from the coupler to the rear spare tire on the back. So a pretty large travel trailer. Obviously not a small little half-ton towable unit, unless you're going to pull it a few miles to a campsite or something real short. So a good sized travel trailer here, but not a destination. Again, 4 slides, 1 in the back, 2 in the middle, 1 at the front. We're going to start at the front, work our way back. So in the front, bed slide up here. One of the things people like about this one versus the 32 BHQS is that this bed slide is on the driver's side of the unit. So you do have a slide on the door side of this, but it's not a very big one. So you can see to the left, there's our bed slide, our closets at the front. As far as the bed slide itself is concerned, they do put nightstands on both sides of the bed. There's storage above the bed. They put a window. You can easily get to the storage below. I like the way Puma does that with the struts. It's easy to lift that up. And you can see there is storage access from the outside as well. At the front, standard closet here to the left. So by standard, I mean it's got a shelf and a closet rod. 4 doors here. You can see the 2 middle ones have glass inserts for looks and to serve as a mirror. But that's a really deep closet, as you can tell. That's the front cap that it's going all the way up to, and then a nice shelf above. And then to the right is a washer dryer prep closet. You know, a lot of people don't use it, but my point is that it's a big closet. If it's big enough to do the stack, that shows you the size of this closet. So if you don't want to use a washer dryer, that's fine. Put your own shelving in here or make it a closet for, you know, more hanging clothes, whatever. It's also accessible from the outside, so you might use it that way. But it is washer dryer prepped if you choose to do that. And at the foot of the bed, a little different than some of the other bed slide models. It's got a larger storage area. Instead of like the standard little 3-drawer, I don't know what you call it, the drawers on the wall, it's all I know what to call it. This has the extra doors on the side, as you can see, so a good amount of storage here, drawers and, you know, just general storage. There's a nice countertop there. You can mount a TV on the wall. Maybe you want to sit on the countertop, you know, whatever. You've got window here at the base of it, and notice they do roller shades throughout, and then again your TV hookups up there. This unit has 2 airs on it. That's an option we got. 1 air here. This is a non-ducted free blow. That's how Puma does it with the second air. And then the main air is ducted, which is in the living room. We'll see in a second. So maybe you want this to really get your bedroom cold at night, or a lot of customers like it just for redundancy in case one were to go out, you've got a backup. But regardless, you have 2 airs on this, but the other air is ducted into this room. As you can see, 2 ducts in here. If you're on 30 amp or whatever, you don't want to run 2 airs. Puma does actual doors to their bedrooms. You can see no curtains or sliding doors. And then in the hallway, this is the thermostat control for that main air. And then our bathroom, excuse me, is right here. Nice bathroom with a foot flush toilet. Nice corner shower. These are good showers. We have glass shower doors versus like a soft door. Full plastic surround versus, you know, some cheap method like using wall paneling or something. They put a skylight in. Not everybody does that. And they put a roof vent in as well. So it feels very open. Obviously, this is not a big fifth wheel. The bathroom is not going to be massive. It can't. But they do a good job of putting those 2 roof vent and skylight in to make it, you know, help feel like it's on a bath closet. So nice medicine cabinet. There actually is a medicine cabinet here with storage instead of just a mirror on the wall. Sink, storage below that as well. So all things considered, you know, a sufficient bathroom is how I would describe it. And then looking back toward our kitchen and living room, opposing slides in here. So this is huge. This is kind of like, if you've been around Puma a while, the old 32 DBKS Puma that didn't have a bed slide. You know, the opposing slides here in the kitchen. So you can see the slide to the left with the appliances, slide to the right with the seating. And then on this angled wall is our TV and entertainment area. So a TV that does pull out from the wall if you want it to. And then you've got, you know, some storage there, sound bar, fireplace, and a nook down there below. For whatever, pet bowls, or if you want to put shoes down there, you can. And then in this slide, a couple things to notice. This is a flush floor slide. Puma does not do a step-up slide. So some products will have like literally a step-up almost to the booth cushion. That's not the way this is. This is a full depth and full height slide, flush floor slide. Rack and pinion, by far the easiest type of slide to work on versus electric motor or cable or hydraulic or something of that nature. So quality slide. And then again, full depth. That's a 3 foot deep slide. It's not a cheap, you know, way to cut corners and put a 1.5 foot or something. Full depth slide. Again, it's tall. So it's a couple of things that maybe you might not notice unless you're looking at them critically, but I like the way they did that. We optioned in theater seats here. The basic comes with like a little jackknife sofa, like a futon, but there's already so much sleeping. We think that, and most customers do like, to have a set of, you know, good seats, comfortable seats in it. So those are an option. We did get in this unit. Big windows, as you can see. The booth does make a bed, obviously. Puma does a good job putting these cabinet doors below it, so you can easily access that instead of just having no door and cutting cost, and then you got to lift up the cushion to get to that stuff, which is annoying. Storage above, it's deeper than a lot of products that I see. Some of it's about half that deep, so we like the way they did that. Big kitchen island in the middle. You've got sink covers. You got a huge sink. You know, it's a single sink there, big sink. Pull out faucet in residential style. You've got little pendant lights hanging above it. Look neat. You've got good storage below here. You know, great place for a trash can. And then in the other slide, same thing, flush floor slide. Your appliances, you got your stove and oven. You've got a sparker for the stove and oven. It's a triple burner stove instead of a double. It's got a glass stove top cover as well. You've got stove hood with exhaust. You have the microwave as well, and then a 10.7 cubic foot 12 volt refrigerator, which again, pretty much everything at this point is going to this. We really like those versus the old gas electric. So your appliances are in this, and then you got miscellaneous storage, drawers, and cabinets below that as well. To the right of that is going to be your pantry. So this is a nice addition to otherwise dead space. So those are good size shelves, if you can tell. They're deep, they're wide. That's a really tall one as well there. So that's a really nice little addition there. And then now we come to the rear bedroom. So again, an actual door to close this off. If you've got kids, you're not using a curtain. This is a legitimate door. And then our fourth slide here in the back, same style slide, flush floor. That's a full depth 3 footer again as well. So this is kind of a multi-use room. You got 4 bunks back here. If you want though, this bunk lifts up and pins into the wall here, which I think I can do with one hand. It's gonna be kind of hard. Let me get this side over here too. But it pins into the wall, and then you know you've got like a second living room because you got this couch. This does flip down in the middle. So if it's a rainy day and you need to be inside, put that bunk up. You've at least got an area where kids can sit. I don't know, maybe you put a gaming system in here. They play cards or toys, whatever. But you've got an area for them to do that, especially with that slide. It gives you a lot of floor space. So kind of like a second, you know, playroom, second bedroom, you know, a traditional bunk room, however you want to use it, you can. These are pretty wide bunks, if you've noticed, versus the standard width. And then they do a good job putting a reasonably thick cushion. If you ever slept on these, again, it ain't like a mattress at home, but I've seen thinner. These are the teddy bear finish, which are a little softer. So a couple things that, you know, I like there. They put USB ports in several places throughout, 110 outlets as well. Several LED lights. Each bunk has its own light, which is important if you've got kids. You know how that can go. And then there's a TV hookup on the back wall there. AC drops in here also. And then there's a nice storage down here below this just for miscellaneous stuff. There's also some hanging storage here. And then more storage here. All right, so now we're looking back, going toward, and storage below the jackknife. I about forgot that. Let me show you that. That little lifts up down there. So let me go back, and this is again looking toward the front of the unit. And we're gonna go outside and take a look at some stuff there. Oh, the control panel before I leave is right here. Slide controls. This is a standard panel. This has 4 slides, so they had to add a second, another switch for the other slide. But anyway, the main control panel's here, monitor panel, light controls, water heater, gas, water pump, and awning. His controls are right there. So going back outside, step above steps on these with the quick adjust feet, big grab handle at the door, electric awning, LED light strip. The speakers with the porch light built in underneath the awning as well. Puma does tint on their windows versus non-tint, which I like. I think it looks good, and it just helps keep some of the sun's rays out and keeps the heat out. TV hookup out here. You've got a mount, coax, and then an outlet right there, of course, as well. These slides, because they're rack and pinion, can be manually cranked if need be. This little hole goes through, and you can see right there. I'll show you underneath there. that little thing coming through the side. You can manually crank these slides if you need. So I love that about all 4 of these. It's on the opposite side of the slide. So that's a big deal to me for convenience from the service side. That's your fresh tank fill. This does have an enclosed underbelly. There's the fresh tank drain. All electric jacks on this unit, including the tongue jack as well. This is that storage at the washer dryer closet in the bedroom. If you want to use it that way, you can use it as outside storage. There's our kitchen slide. This is our outside kitchen area. So it's the mini outside kitchen Puma offers. That allows you to keep that bunk versus like the big side pole. I'm trying to close the way it didn't hit me. You've got a refrigerator, you've got a sink that pulls out. This is the style that has hot and cold water, but it's a removable tray. You'd have to dump it when you need it. Better than nothing, obviously. A little quick connect hose here. This uses the same fitting on the sink, so it's got a little faucet, you know, a garden hose sprayer on the end, so like you can use it as an outside shower if you want. That's the hose for the griddle. There's a griddle on this as well, so there's some storage here also. So neat little outside kitchen here that still allows you to have that 4th bunk. I need to strap this before I put that down. Bear with me. Doing it one-handed. So again, there's another manual slide crank, as you can see. So on the back, Puma still puts a ladder. A lot of products have gone away from that. They still do that. Spare tire mounted on the back already. That's your TV inputs here. Again, rack and pinion slides. I think you're probably tired of hearing me say that. This is the side of the unit. You can see all 3 of these slides over here. That's additional storage below the booth. You know, just a convenient little place there for it. 50 amp power, of course, with this, and there's the hookup. That's going to be the drain for the outside kitchen at the back, and probably at least the kitchen. When we sell them, we go through that and put water on them. But there's one termination point there, and then up here you're going to have several. This is going to be for your bathroom. You got your gray and black, and then they put a separate tank, as you can see, for the washer. You know, most people are never going to use that, but it is there, which is nice to have that. So 2 termination points. One has 3 valves, the other one has 1. There's that storage below the booth or the bed we were talking about. You can see it from the inside. This is the city water connection. You've got a dual gas electric water heater located here. Battery disconnect on the front. Down there, they put diamond plate on the bottom, that is a rock guard. 2 LP bottles and electric tongue jack as well. It's a 2023 32 BH FS Puma by Palomino 4-slide bunkhouse. If you click the link in the description, that would take you to the listing on our website. That will give you pricing, tech specs, options listing, our contact information if you have more questions. We would love it if you text or call us. If we're all family, we'll be happy to help you. Most of all, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Again, I'm Colin at Arrowhead Campers. Have a great day.